Our fathers raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree.
Right.
Him hath the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins.
To give repentance to Israel, forgiveness of sins, not the whole world. So when he say I pray for the world, I pray for everybody, he's talking about everybody of Israel. Okay, once you deal with the context of the Bible, okay, because that's the main thing. When people use that, they try to ignore the context. Okay, they'll never read that and put two and two together. Okay, why would he say that and say everybody? That's contradictory. Okay, and that's why people say, oh, the Bible's contradictory. It's not contradictory. It's not a contradiction. It means what it says. Okay, go ahead.
Acts 2:21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Yeah, whosoever,
Amen.
that means everybody.
Amen.
Ye men of Israel, hear these words.
Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Quite clear. Okay, everybody, ye men of Israel, hear these words. So it's not talking about everybody. You have to deal with the context clues. That's why he was like, amen, because he felt he was a part of that, but he's not. Right? But if we say that to him, now we niggas, we'll turn to niggas, then he get that them horns gonna come out. But as long as we tell him he can make it, then he all good. Why do you think our people react like that? Okay? Don't be talking about massa like that. That's basically what they're saying, man. Okay? Give me that in 2nd Ezra with the 8th chapter, where it says that a righteous man should stand in great boldness. You know? That was it 4th? 2, I believe. Was it Solomon? You know what's that? That's like it. Oh,
Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon.
These pages kind of.
You know what's that?
Yeah, these pages.
Y'all ain't got last words for me before I go?
Hey, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Read the Bible. The Lord's coming, the second coming, and it's a fact that he's only coming to save Israel. So we got to gird up our loins and basically we got to train for war. It ain't training, I ain't talking about spiritual war. We have to get right up here, okay? Everybody like to call themselves kings and queens, but we in servants' positions. We have to, what king and queens or king and so-called queens do when they up in training? You learn how to sit right. You learn how to set your table out right. Our people don't even know how to do that. They're eating with their hands right now, talking about their kings. No, we need to be preparing ourselves and training ourselves to be in that position. And how we do that is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Just read the Bible and apply what we read. You know, the so-called white man say, you finish this book, I'm gonna give you $100. They're gonna do it. Okay? You gotta pass the test though. You're gonna pass that test. That's what. Right now we're reading the book of Obadiah. That's talking about the destruction of the so-called white man. And we're going to be into the book of Maccabees to talk about King Alexander and how he spread it. He was one of the pioneers of spreading all this wickedness that we're under today with the universities and the way that our people perceive what success is. Okay? People who think red bottoms and having a certain stature is success, but they're dumber than a doornail, man. As far as spirit, they have no culture. Okay?
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Yeah, all right.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Yeah. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness against such as afflicted him and made no account for his labors. Okay? Who's the righteous man? It's talking about the 144,000, the elect. That's the righteous man. Standing in great boldness in front of such as afflicted him. Who afflicted us? The so-called white man. Okay? They afflicted us. And we're standing in great boldness. Okay? We ain't no Uncle Tom, just hush up and keep your head down and get it how you live. Israelites or Negroes. We're gonna do the same thing that you Dutch and you Pilgrims did to the British. We're gonna stand up in great boldness, man. That's crazy how you have a problem with us fighting for our culture, but you did the same, and that's how America was built. That's the hypocrisy of the so-called white man. Okay? You all want to come together. Y'all ain't said that to the British. You want to split. You want to live your life and do your thing. Okay? The only difference is we're going to have a power. It's going to totally overthrow the so-called white man in every single empire that he has. Okay, that's the end of his story. Okay? Go ahead. You got some more of that?
No, that was it. You go into the chair.
It's the book of Obadiah, and this is verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Edom for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Yeah, house of Jacob a fire and the house of Joseph a flame. That's talking about the northern and the southern tribes. Because Benjamin, Judah, and Levi is the southern tribes, which is today's Negroes, Haitians, and West Indians. Okay? And the northern tribe mainly consists of the Latinos and the Native Americans. Okay? Because right now it says, give me that, it says Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Okay? Because right now, the northern and the southern tribe are at odds against each other. Okay? We're starting to come together, and that's why I like the fact that Trump exists, man. Trump is just helping the unity of Israel, man. Because it's showing you Hispanics that the so-called white man don't give a damn about you either, man. Because y'all came over here and don't know the hatred that they have for you. Okay? Because you forgot all about the what you call that, the level of hatred with the conquistadors and all that, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Hello.
How you doing?
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. The
The
envy of Ephraim also, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So that's right. We're not going to be hating on each other. Okay, the Latinos, Native Americans, and the Negroes. That's going to cease. We're going to come together as a people. Okay? That's going to be played out. And it's getting played out as we speak.
My little sister.
Okay? Go ahead.
Who, Victoria? He said, how old is
Back in Obadiah, this is verse 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Yep.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it."
Yep, that's right. For the Lord hath spoken. There shall be not any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. That's the law. Okay? So that's into that, right? It should be it. Give the back of the piece. So we see what happened. We see what the judgment is. Okay? We see what the rules and guidelines, how to deal with Esau, how Jacob and Esau are supposed to be dealing with each other prophetically and currently.
I know I told him about the polls at 8.
Yeah, but
Maccabees 1:1. And it happened that after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persia, and Medes, that he reigned in his stead first over Greece.
Yeah, so that guy, that Alexander, that's talking about Alexander the Great. Okay? That's the person that brought the rise, the first rise of the Edomite Empire. Okay, because they came up and then they went down and then they came up. Like the scriptures say, they shall be loose for a little season. Right? So basically, that was that rise and that fall and that rise again. Okay, the rise that the first rise is talking about with Alexander the Great. Okay? Go ahead.
And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted.
So, because King Alexander was taking over everything and couldn't be stopped. Okay? King Alexander went to the majority of southern Europe. Okay? He went into Egypt. All you people say you were with the Ankh and Pharaoh. This so-called white man took you down, man. Okay? He took you and the Nile. Through the power of the Nile, he still took you down. Okay? Why is that? Okay, because the Most High let it be so, man. Okay? Go ahead.
and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Yeah, they couldn't stop him. So that you could watch the movie of Alexander. He couldn't be stopped. Okay? Why? Because the Lord let that happen. He had to let in order for us to wake up and know for a fact that the so-called white man's the devil, he had to be loose. Okay? So that's why when he came up into power, he was loose. Okay? Go ahead.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
Yeah, he got proud. Okay, that's the so-called white man for you. When they get in a certain spot, they get very proud. Just like now they're proud, man. Okay? Very proud. Go ahead.
And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
Yeah, because just like with Egypt, a lot of people don't know Egypt had a bunch of so-called white kings, white pharaohs. How did that happen? Because of the Seleucid Empire. Okay? They were the Seleucid Empire, and we're going the Ptolemaic, the Seleucid is around the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, around that area. Okay, Slack if we get that mixed up. The Ptolemaic Empire, they were sitting up in that power seat. So everybody like to talk about what's that bitch name? Cleopatra. They had a bunch of Cleopatras, but Cleopatra was a half and half. She was half Edomite and she was half Hamite. Okay? And guess what? She basically was and there's no such thing as half and half. She was a so-called white woman, man. Cleopatra was a so-called white man because her dad was from the Ptolemaic dynasty, man. Okay? Really, it was back and forth from the Seleucid. She was either from the Seleucid or the Ptolemaic dynasty. Okay? Because they were just passing their daughters off back and forth to each other, man. Okay? So that one that married Caesar, they was mad because she was, in their eyes, she was a half and half, basically, man. Okay? And it really was just the fact that it was Egypt, man. Okay? Esau, just like that Aryan race, keeping the Aryan line pure, they still had that same mentality back then. Okay?
1 Maccabees 1:5. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die.
Yeah.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
Yeah, he parted into fours. And as we brought up the main two with the Seleucid and the Ptolemaic, he had the Macedonian and what's the other one? Okay, which Lysimachus eventually just merged right into the Macedonians. It just happened. That transition happened quick. Okay, and then eventually the Seleucid Empire just eventually just took the Macedonian area, and it was just that really Seleucid didn't take it. It's just that they were just cool and they just operated, and nobody really fucked with them. You know what I'm saying? Out of the Seleucid and Ptolemaic. You know what I'm saying? So basically the Ptolemaic and Seleucid was fighting for the true power. Okay? And then while that was going on, you had a whole different branch of Edomites that were building up in Rome. Okay? A whole different branch of Edomites, they were building up in Rome. Then they came into power and then began to, they got an alliance with Egypt. And that's how Caesar ended up down there in Egypt, and Mark Antony. Okay? Ain't nothing but and so that's where it says when they became in league with thee, he had them paying tributaries, because Esau always would take over in that time, and you could tell from the movie in itself. He said he didn't want to take them over, man. He said, I'm gonna let y'all do whatever y'all do, and he wanted to intermarry into their stuff, man, because he had a vision to take over the world type of thing, man. Okay? And that's what they do to this day. Okay? That's why our culture is few far in between, is because when the so-called white man rises up into a certain level of power, he'll merge into your culture, and then he'll take it as his. Say he's the beginning of this. The world's best this. The world's best that. That's why they're trying to find that great white height in any sport. That's why they trying to find that's why they riding Triple G like how they riding him right now, man. Okay? Because soon as he does get to that point, they're gonna automatically call him the best boxer ever. Like Rocky Marciano, which he fought a bunch of bums in the old Joe Louis. Fought Joe Louis like when it was like 36 or something like that, man. Okay? And most boxers retire at 40, man. Okay?
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Yeah. So that's when evils were multiplied. These ideas that they had were multiplied. That dragon was loose. That old serpent, Satan, man. Go ahead.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
And these are all crackers that's fighting each other right now, man. Antiochus was a hostage at Rome because of it was something that they did.